Just think, Oak Island, a place that has been surrounded by stories of mystery and treasure for centuries. Not just pits or old woods were found here, but ancient structures that look like gateways. People say that these structures lead directly to the place where there could be a hidden treasure worth 150 million. Now the suspense is that looking at these stones and walls, it seems as if they have been cut by a modern machine. But brother, these are centuries old. The question arises, who had such advanced technology so many years ago? And the biggest mystery is that the design of these structures points towards a secret passage or hidden chamber. When the History Channel team reached here, their scanners showed something that shook everyone. There is not just soil and water below, but a large underground complex is hidden. Theories also say that this could be a sacred vault built by the Knights Templar, in which the Holy Grail or a treasure worth billions is hidden. Friends, imagine if this becomes true. Then Oak Island will not just become a place, but will become the biggest discovery in the world. This will be the truth that can turn the history books upside down. So stay connected with us, because this video will take you to the deepest and most dangerous secrets of Oak Island. And yes, don't forget to press subscribe, because the real revelation is yet to come. Just think, there is a small island in Nova Scotia province of Canada. Its name is Oak Island. From the top, it looks like a simple island, surrounded by greenery and rocks on the edges. But friends, as simple as it looks, it is as mysterious in reality. It is said that a treasure has been hidden here for centuries, which can be worth more than $150 million. And not just gold and silver, but there can be such secrets that can change the history books. This mystery started around 1795. At that time, a young man named Daniel McGinnis was strolling here. He saw a strange depression on the ground, as if something had been buried there. He called his friends, and together they started digging at that place. Gradually, they found wooden platforms up to a depth of 10 feet, then 20 feet, and then 30 feet. Wooden layers were found every 10 feet, as if someone had deliberately built a secret shaft. This is where the biggest mystery of Oak Island began, which today the whole world knows as the Money Pit. In the initial search, people thought that maybe pirates had hidden treasure here. Theories went that maybe Captain Kidd or some Spanish fleet's gold is buried here. But as the digging went deeper, the mystery grew more. Every time the workers found something strange, coconut fibers, which was not possible in Canada, stones filled with strange symbols, and water-filled tunnels. All these things indicated that something very big was hidden here. But the real twist came when researchers started finding structures in different parts of the island that did not look natural at all. For example, stone walls. Walls made of stones, which stood in very straight lines. Someone had built these walls by cutting and joining stones very precisely. The question arises, in the 1600s or before, when there were no modern tools, then who did such perfect construction? At some places, underground passages were found, as if they were secret tunnels. Local legends used to say that this work could be of European settlers or some ancient civilization, whereas modern researchers say that these passages and walls can be directly linked to the treasure vault. The suspense is that the structures that have been found look so advanced that it seems as if they are the wonders of some modern engineering. But in reality, they are hundreds of years old. Now think, if these were natural, then perhaps the stones would have been found lying haphazardly. But here the entire passages and chambers have been found like a planned design. At some places, it seems as if someone deliberately made the paths so that it becomes difficult to reach the treasure, as if this whole place is a giant puzzle. Local people have always believed that some ancient secret is hidden on Oak Island. They used to say that this place is cursed, and until the treasure comes out, this island will keep taking human lives. Modern discoveries also add more depth to this matter because after every excavation, a new question arises. Another big question is that who built these structures? Was this only the work of pirates? Or did some very old civilization reach here? And the biggest fear, is all this a trap? Because every time the diggers tried to reach the depth, the tunnels suddenly got filled with water, as if someone had deliberately built a flood system for safety. The suspense is this: are these unusual stone walls and passages found on Oak Island really a gateway, or is it all a game of nature? If they are natural, then why are they so symmetrical? And if they are man-made, then who had such advanced engineering knowledge at that time? Friends, these are the questions whose answers have been sought for 200 years. But the truth has not been revealed till date. Every new discovery and every new evidence makes the mystery more complicated instead of solving it. Modern technology proved to be the biggest game changer in the discovery of Oak Island. In earlier times, people used to dig by hand using ropes and wooden platforms. But today, science has provided tools that allow one to look below the ground without digging everything. And for a mysterious place like Oak Island, this technology is no less than a boon. First of all, let's talk about ground-penetrating radar, GPR. This is a machine that sends electromagnetic waves and then tells what is below from the signals that come back. When GPR was used on Oak Island, shockingly, some unusual patterns were found below. Signals like flat surfaces and straight walls came. That is, there is something below that is not at all natural. It seemed as if someone had built rooms or chambers inside the ground. Then came the era of sonar scanning. Sonar waves are sent into the water and returned back to show the shapes below. Sonar was used in the water-filled tunnels of Oak Island, and the images that were obtained surprised everyone. It seemed as if there was a man-made shaft at a depth, with multiple layers built around it, as if someone had designed it centuries ago, so that the way to go inside would not be so easy. But the most powerful technology that was used on Oak Island was muon tomography. This is the same technique that scientists use to look inside pyramids and volcanoes. Cosmic rays pass through the ground, and with their help, images of deep structures are formed. When this technology was used on Oak Island, a massive cavity was detected below. Reports say that this cavity was not like a natural cave, but from its shape it seemed that it was a part of an underground chamber. Now think, GPR, sonar, and muon scans, all three different technologies, but the result is almost the same. There is some hidden complex below. The question arises, what is this after all? Is this an ancient bunker, or is it the same treasure vault that has been talked about for 200 years? This is where the biggest discussion about Oak Island begins. $150 million treasure. It has been said for centuries that unimaginable wealth is hidden on this island. Gold coins, silver bars, priceless jewels, everything is buried here. And not just money, but also sacred artifacts whose value cannot be estimated in the world. Many theories say that perhaps the Knights Templar had hidden their sacred relics here. Legends say that they had hidden the Holy Grail, that is, the cup from which Jesus Christ drank wine for the last time, somewhere. Some researchers believe that Oak Island could be that place. Another theory says that the Ark of Covenant has been hidden here, the sacred chest in which the original tablets of the Ten Commandments were kept. If this is true, then think that this discovery will not only be about money, but will change the entire world history. The suspense increases further when experts say that the structures found on Oak Island are like a gateway. That is, these walls, passages, and tunnels are the way to reach the treasure chamber directly. But the twist is that this path is not easy. Traps and flood tunnels have been installed everywhere. That means whoever built it deliberately made it a deadly puzzle to protect the treasure. Local legends also say that the treasure is hidden on Oak Island, but it will be found only by the one whom fate chooses. Now that modern machines have shown so much, the suspense and curiosity have increased more than ever. Just think, if there is really a treasure worth 150 million lying below, then whose will it be? Of the Canadian government? Of the Lagina brothers, who are searching for it till date? Or of the whole world in the name of World Heritage? And if the sacred artifacts are found, will the Vatican and world powers let it become public? The most interesting and popular theory about Oak Island is its connection with the Knights Templar. Now you must be thinking, what is the relation between Templar and Canada? So let's understand it step by step. The Knights Templar was a secretive Christian military order which was very powerful in Europe and the Middle East in the 1100s and 1200s. It is said that they had so much wealth, power, and sacred relics that even kings and popes were afraid of them. But in 1307, when the King of France banned them, suddenly all their treasure and relics disappeared. No one knows where they went From here, theory started that the Templar Knights hid their treasure somewhere across the Atlantic Ocean. Now, how does the connection connect to Oak Island? Researchers say that some symbols and structures on Oak Island follow exactly the same pattern that was used in the sacred geometry of the Templars. The biggest example is Nolan's Cross. A pattern of stones was found on Oak Island that forms a perfect cross shape. Local researcher Fred Nolan mapped it and showed it to everyone. The suspenseful thing is that these stones were not placed at random places, but in exact measurements, as if someone had deliberately made a sacred cross. And for the Templar Knights, the cross was their most sacred symbol. Then comes the lead cross discovery. An old lead cross was found during an excavation on Oak Island. And when it was tested, scientists were shocked. This lead came from the southern region of France, and that region is the place where the Templars had their biggest base. That is a clear hint that something from Europe has reached Oak Island. Not only this, some carvings and inscriptions have also been found whose style resembles medieval Europe. Now the question is, if the Templars disappeared from Europe in the 1300s, then did they cross the Atlantic and hide their sacred treasure in Nova Scotia? And is Oak Island the same place? Now comes the secret passage theory. Many experts believe that the unusual tunnels and flood systems of Oak Island cannot be the work of any random miner or pirate. These are examples of such advanced engineering that only skilled architects of medieval Europe could have built them. And the Templars had the same knowledge of sacred geometry, hidden vaults and traps. So, is the secret passages found on Oak Island a master plan created by the Templars? The suspense deepens when it comes to the government and historians. It has happened many times that excavation projects on Oak Island were suddenly stopped, sometimes in the name of permit issues, sometimes in the name of safety concerns. But people say that the real reason is something else. Perhaps the authorities do not want the whole truth to come out. The silence of historians also makes one think. Such a big discovery, so many symbols and artifacts, but Oak Island is rarely mentioned in mainstream history books. Why is that so? Is there really a kind of cover-up going on? Some theories say that if the Templar treasure and relics are really found on Oak Island, it will be a big shock for the entire Christian world and the Vatican. Now, imagine, if the Holy Grail or the Ark of Covenant is really found here, then the entire religious balance will be questioned. Perhaps due to this fear, governments and institutions try to suppress the whole truth of Oak Island. Fans and researchers say that every time a team gets very close to the mystery of Oak Island, suddenly the rules change or the excavation is stopped. And this thing increases the curiosity even more. Just think, if governments and historians really know everything, but the public is being given only incomplete information, then how big a conspiracy can be hidden behind this? Oak Island is not just a treasure hunt, but can be a mystery that has been controlled by power and politics for centuries. Oak Island is not just a story of treasure. It is also a mysterious place that takes human lives, and many people call it Cursed Island. Yes, the first thing that comes to mind when we hear the name Oak Island is treasure, but along with it is also the fear of that curse, which has taken many lives so far. It is said that more than 6 people have died while digging on Oak Island, and local legends believe that until the 7th death does not occur, the real treasure will not come out. This story may seem like a myth, but the history records of Oak Island tell that many times accidents took the lives of treasure seekers. In the digging that started in 1795, people had to face the same problem again and again. As soon as the digging deepened, water would suddenly fill up. Workers would get stuck and many times could not get out. Then there were accidents in the 1800s and 1900s. Someone suffocated, someone got buried in a collapse. Even in recent times, drilling and machinery accidents have taken lives. Now the question arises, is all this just bad luck? Or is there really a curse on this island? History Channel's series The Curse of Oak Island explored this angle and forced millions of viewers to think about why Oak Island always wants blood. Some researchers believe that this curse is actually due to an ancient trap system. That is, whatever structures were built, they were deliberately engineered in such a way that intruders could not easily reach the treasure. Water tunnels, booby traps, and collapses all were installed so that if anyone dared to go inside, his life would be in danger. So is this curse the result of some supernatural power, or is it a centuries-old engineering marvel that was built to safeguard? The suspense is this. Oak Island is not just a treasure puzzle, but also a life-risking mystery. Now let us come to the challenges of modern excavation. Today we have big machines like cranes, drilling rigs, and heavy pumps. But the land and water tunnels of Oak Island are so tricky that even modern machines fail many times. The biggest danger is flooded tunnels. As soon as the drilling goes deep, seawater rushes inside. Scientists have found that there are many flood tunnels under Oak Island which are directly connected to the ocean. That means no matter how much water you take out, it all fills back after a while. Imagine workers are inside a shaft and suddenly the water level starts rising rapidly. This danger has proved fatal many times. The second challenge is collapse danger. Soil and rock structure is unstable. During deep digging, shafts often collapse. This is no less than a nightmare for machine operators and diggers. The third big challenge is use of expensive machines. Excavation on Oak Island is not cheap work. The Lagana brothers and their team have spent millions of dollars on machines, drilling and scanning so far. But every time a promising lead is found, it either gets flooded or collapses. And then comes the big threat of weather, winter season. Nova Scotia's weather is very harsh. From December to March, it is so cold that excavation has to be stopped. Machines get jammed in ice, and working on the ground becomes almost impossible. That means serious excavation is possible only in a few months of the year. So friends, digging Oak Island is not an easy task. Here, not only treasure, but also life has to be put at stake. This is the reason why many people say, Oak Island is surrounded by a curse. The suspense is this. Is this curse really a supernatural power? Or is all this a centuries-old trap system? And the biggest question, will any team be able to overcome these dangers and really reach the 150 million treasure? The biggest feature of Oak Island is that every time an excavation takes place, something or the other comes out that surprises people. These discoveries may be small artifacts, but the suspense hidden behind them is so big that theories and speculations do not stop. First of all, let's talk about the coins and artifacts that were found here. Small, ancient coins have been found at many places on Oak Island, whose origin is linked to different places: Spain, Britain, and sometimes even the Middle East. Now think, how did coins from so many different countries reach a remote island like Nova Scotia? Was this the result of piracy, or is there really a treasure with a large-scale international connection hidden here? Then come the old structures. During the excavation, researchers found many wooden planks and platforms dating hundreds of years old. Lab tests proved that some wood samples date back to the 1600s and 1700s. That is, this construction was not the work of any modern settler, but was built by a very old and organized group. And the most interesting discovery is the drains and box drains of Smith's Cove. When the team excavated the Smith's Cove area, they found stone structures there that looked like an engineering marvel. Stone-lined drains and wooden box drains. All these were built in such a way that seawater automatically fills the money pit, and any intruder going inside could not reach the treasure. Now the question arises, who had such advanced hydraulic engineering in the 1600s or before? In recent years, borehole drilling has also given some shocking results. Some boreholes have found microscopic traces of gold and silver. That is, precious metals are definitely present somewhere down there. At one place, a camera was also sent down, and a structure like walls was seen there. It seemed as if there was a sealed chamber in which something was hidden. But till now, the team has not been able to reach there. All these clues together deepen the suspense. Now let's talk about the theories and fan speculations about Oak Island, which are always on the internet. There are new discussions about Oak Island every day on Reddit and Twitter. Some say that this treasure belongs to Spanish pirates. Some say that British loyalists hid wealth here during the American Revolution. But the wildest theories are related to aliens and lost civilization. Some people believe that the unusual structures and tunnels of Oak Island are of such advanced engineering that they cannot be human-made. There are many threads on Reddit where people say, this is probably the work of a lost civilization. which was like Atlantis. At the same time, some believe that aliens had built a base or storage here. If you look at the reactions on social media, you get a crazy mix. Some people jokingly say, maybe the Netflix series will end before the Ladaina brothers find the treasure. While some people genuinely believe that Oak Island will change history, memes, GIFs, jokes, and fan debates, all of these have made Oak Island a part of internet culture. The suspense is that every discovery, be it a coin or a wooden plank, raises a big question. How did all this come here? And who created this entire trap system? Fans say that whatever the truth is, the curiosity about Oak Island will never end. The biggest specialty of Oak Island is that every time an excavation takes place, new questions arise. And even today, after 200 years of exploration, the biggest questions of this place are still unsolved. The first question, is the treasure of Oak Island only gold, silver, and wealth, or is it also knowledge? Just think, if only gold and silver bars were hidden here, they would have probably been found by now. But the structures, tunnels, and engineering marvels found on Oak Island seem too complicated to hide any ordinary loot. Researchers say that perhaps some ancient knowledge or secret documents were hidden here, like maps, religious texts, or sacred relics that can change the balance of the world. The second question, who was the real mastermind behind all this? Pirates, British loyalists, French soldiers, or Templar knights? There is no dearth of theories, but the truth is that such advanced engineering does not seem possible from any ordinary group in that era. If they were Templars, how did they reach the Atlantic? And if there was an unknown civilization, then why did these people suddenly disappear from history? This is the mystery that still troubles every researcher. The third and perhaps the biggest question, what was the real purpose of these structures and tunnels? Were they just to protect the treasure? Or was it a symbolic construction related to some sacred belief or ritual? Many people believe that Oak Island itself is a puzzle, solving which will not only reveal the treasure, but also a big hidden truth. But that truth has not been found by anyone yet. Now let's talk about the future plans of Oak Island, and here come the Ladaina brothers, Rick and Marty Ladaina. These two are the names because of whom the mystery of Oak Island has once again come to the attention of the whole world. For the last several years, they have invested millions of dollars and have tried to uncover every layer using modern technology. Now their future plans are quite big and ambitious. First of all, new dig sites. Apart from Money Pit and Smith's Cove, they have now planned to start drilling in different parts of the island. They believe that the treasure may not be in just one place, but may be spread across multiple chambers and tunnels. Second, next tech. The Ladaina brothers are now going to bring more advanced machines, like deeper scans and LiDAR technology. LiDAR, light detection and ranging, does a detailed 3D mapping of structures under the ground using laser beams. This may provide a clear blueprint of the entire island for the first time. Imagine if there is really a massive underground complex inside Oak Island, then LiDAR will expose it. But along with this, the risks are also big. Flooded tunnels, collapse dangers, and harsh Nova Scotia winters always make excavation risky. Machines are brought by spending millions of dollars, but sometimes they suddenly fail. And the biggest risk is that the real treasure may get destroyed while excavating. That is, what has been sealed for centuries should not be broken and rendered useless by modern drilling. Still, the hopes are very high. The Ladaina brothers and their team believe that they have reached the edge from where the real breakthrough is not far away. Every year, new clues are found, and every time the hopes increase. The most thrilling part of the discovery of Oak Island comes when the whole world hears that one statement of Rick Ladaina: "This is just the beginning." Just think, if a person like Rick Ladaina, who has been trying to solve this mystery for the last several years, says that this is just the beginning, then it means that the real revelation is yet to happen. Fans say that Rick and his team have some secret footage which they have not made public yet. There are many theories that during the excavation, the cameras recorded something inside the underground chambers, but it was not brought in front of the world. There is a heated discussion on Reddit and Twitter that perhaps the team on Oak Island has found such evidence which proves the real truth of the treasure, but it was not revealed due to contract, government restrictions, or the seriousness of the discovery itself. The suspense increases even more from here, because every time the excavation reaches close to a big breakthrough, Rick Lagina comes in front of the camera and says, "This is just the beginning." So what are they preparing us for? Is the real treasure still sealed? And if yes, why? Some researchers believe that the real treasure of Oak Island may still be untouched. Whatever coins, artifacts, and traces have been found, they are surface-level clues. The real vault, which contains sacred relics or $150 million in gold, is still sealed, probably completely protected by flood tunnels and secret traps. And Rick Lagina's words point in this direction, that we are all about to reach that real gateway. Now, friends, let's talk about the grand ending of this story. The mystery of Oak Island rests on just one question. Is there only gold and silver hidden here, or knowledge? If it is only gold and silver, then it will be the biggest jackpot in the world. But if there are sacred relics, lost documents, or any evidence hidden here that can change religious and history, then this discovery will change the direction of humanity. And this suspense makes Oak Island the biggest unsolved mystery ever. The audience is drawn to this question again and again. Are we standing on the verge of a history-changing moment? Or will Oak Island keep its secrets hidden as always? The cliffhanger is formed here, because whatever has been discovered so far is just the tip of the iceberg. The real treasure, be it wealth or knowledge, is probably still sealed, and the Lagina brothers and their team are the ones who are going to reveal it to the world. And now, the question for all you viewers, what do you think, but the real treasure of Oak Island gold and silver, or the knowledge that can shake the world? Be sure to share your opinion in the comments below, because theories and fan discussions, they are what keep this mystery alive. And yes, remember,